Hello. Welcome to my corner of the internet. Whatever the title says. Because listen, I had a really good idea for what I was going to call this, and then I forgot. So while you're watching this, I would have remembered, or I would have scrapped it and titled it something else. Welcome to whatever this is. Kind of talk therapy, and I think that was my idea. But has that been done? I don't know. But basically, this is my little corner of the internet. It's my little podcast, but it's not a podcast. I do want to start a podcast. Somebody join a podcast. Start a podcast with me. I have so many thoughts, opinions. That's what this is for. I have so many thoughts and opinions. I have went through so much. I am going to go through so much. I am currently going through so much. And sometimes I'm like, I have got to be the only one who thinks that. I've got to be the only one who's went through that. I've got to be the only one going through this. Oh my god, I'm the only one. But no, that's what this is for. This is where I find you. We connect. We trauma bond over things that whatever. Let's just kind of get into it. Listen, part of me, and it's a part of me that I've got to kill. Okay, a part of me does not want to be doing this. That's a lie. 90% of me wants to be doing this right now. Okay? I have made a pact with myself that we are going to be chronically online this summer. Okay? Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all up in it. All summer. And we're going to see where it takes me. I don't want to be internet famous, but I would like some kind of a small group of people that I can go to talk to that I know is going to be able to share a burden with me. Is going to be able to give me their take on something that I think I kind of want my little community. So let's talk about the other 10. I said 90% of me wants to be doing this. Let's talk about the other 10. Because that's what is holding me back. For some reason, and listen, I'm no stranger to all this, but I got a snuggie. A part of me, small part of me that I'm working on killing, thinks this is so cringy. But why? I don't get it. Right? Because here's the thing. Actually, this has two parts to it. This is all over the place. I apologize. There is two parts to this. Number one is the fact that somebody told me, over here, number one, is the fact that somebody told me something is only cringe if you have conditioned yourself to think that it is. Right? So really, you just need to rewire your brain and wake up and realize that living life and doing things is not cringy. The second part is nobody starts somewhere. We all start from nothing, basically. Unless you're Kylie Jenner. Anyways, Tana Mojo did not wake up to no videos on her page, but 10 million subscribers or however many she has. Girl, she didn't, right? She had to put videos out there. And I'm sure her first couple videos got very little hits. Post Malone did not wake up to living in a mansion with all this money and all these plaques on his walls from his number one hits, right? He started somewhere. And those beginning songs probably didn't get many views. Which is hilarious to me. Not the Post Malone thing. It's hilarious to me that I think starting out and being small is cringy because I love small musicians. Okay, I do. I love small musicians. And I am notorious for going to SoundCloud and finding some guy with 200, followers and listening to his newest single back to back to back to back. I am all 5 of his newest singles views. That's me. Because I'm this guy is going somewhere. He sounds so good. This is so bomb. I'm about to be putting people on. I'm going to be able to be I was his first fan, blah, blah, blah. And I'm all about it. I think he should continue. Like, I will, like, this is empowering. Like, this is so, I love him putting himself out there. But then it's me. And I'm like, ugh, bitch. Please don't put the YouTube video out there. You're cringy. Somebody's gonna see this and they laugh at you because you're talking to nobody. I sit on Twitter. What do you mean you're tweeting all day? You have less than 20 followers. What do you mean you're busy working on an Instagram post? You have less than 500 followers. But honestly, if we don't start somewhere, we're going nowhere. And I am not here for internet fame. That's not what this summer is about. I don't want it. Because listen, we're going to get into something else that kind of connects to that in a second. I don't want it. What I do want is to find people who are like me in ways that I don't think anybody's like me. Does that make sense? Like, going back to the thought of sometimes I go through something and I'm like, I've got to be the only one. Like, why have I never seen anybody talk about this? I'm not the only one. I just need to find the other people who think like this, who go through this, who have been through, like, if I don't put myself out there, I'm not going to find them. Bitch, if I don't say something, then I'm the only one thinking it, because how are people supposed to agree when you didn't say it? Put yourself out there. Y'all. Put yourself out there. Okay? When I talk, y'all talk back. Okay? Be all up in my comments. Let's talk. So, segue into, anyways, that's why I'm doing this. Look, I'm all over the place. Okay? Take it or leave it. That's why I'm doing this. To wrap that first part up, that's why I'm doing this. Segueing into the whole internet fame thing. And something else that's weighing heavy on my head today is internet anonymity. Is that a word? If not, I coined it. That's fine. It's just my word now. We see this with, if I'm specifically sticking to internet examples, we can think corpse husband. Corpse. Actually, is he the one who outed himself? I think he did his own face reveal. There are examples out there, and I know there are. I know they exist. Of people who, like VTubers, or internet personalities on Twitter or Instagram, whatever, who have an anonymous personality, right? I have. Okay? I have one. I have an anonymous Twitter and I have an anonymous Instagram. This gonna tie back in a second, because I can give you my take on it because of something I've been through. But there are people that have anonymous pages who want to be left anonymous, right? Because if they didn't, they'd put their face out there. If these VTubers wanted you to look at them and know what they look like, they would come on camera, shocker, with their face instead of their VTube model, their little icon guy. There's a word for that. I got told once that it's a good thing I'm pretty because I'm not very smart and I don't know the word. So there's that. Anyways. So if we're sticking to internet, people will post their faces if they want you to know who they are. But we can concur that the people who aren't posting their face, there's a reason for that. So why do we have to ruin that? And it's always, listen, it's not all y'all. It's always all the creepy old men. At least for those of us that have those kind of pages that are females, it's always the creepy old men that want to expose us. Scratch old, actually. Scratch old out of that. It's always the creepy men and boys who want to out us. And I don't understand. It's kind of like we're segueing into something a little bit different. It's kind of like Sleep Token. If they wanted us to know what they look like, if they wanted us to know their name, guess what? They'd be coming on stage without masks and body paint and fake stage names. But we had to go and screw that up. Good job, guys. Great job. We had to go fuck that up. Because somebody had to go digging, find their names, find their pages, find their old videos. And I am not repeating any of the information. I didn't even want to know, okay? People were spamming it all over Twitter. Okay? I just happened to be online on the wrong day. I never wanted that to be ruined for me. There is magic in the anonymity. Okay? There really is. There really is. There is magic. There is awe. There is a whole lot of stuff that comes with that. People do it for a reason. Why am I so triggered? Because listen, I said I have the anonymous pages, right? Well, I'll tell you a little story. Over the weekend, I was just having a merry old day, scrolling through Instagram when I saw my notifications get blown up. This dude, look, this first part's not out of the ordinary. This dude went through and liked every post on the account. Not that strange, because sometimes when I find a new page and I really connect with it, like I really like the concept of it, or if it's like somebody's face and they're really pretty, I'll go through and I'll like a lot of their photos. But they went through it and they liked every post. And then I got the notification that they followed me. And then I got a DM. And here's the thing, on my anonymous, other than mutuals, mutual posters that I am comfortable with, other than those people, I don't respond to DMs. I don't know why I have my DMs on. I think you can turn them off. Anyways, I don't respond. Literally just for my mental health, and because nine times out of 10 when you're an anonymous female on the internet, people for some reason like to lust after you and be creepy and weird, so I don't respond to DMs because of that. And then I sit here, yeah. Anyways, so all of that happened, right? It's later that day, and I'm getting ready to go sleep, and I get a notification on my private, my personal Instagram, where I post my life, I post my pets, I post my family, I post me. Like, I get a notification that that same person is requesting to follow me, because listen, my personals are all private. Thank God on the foresight of that. Hindsight? Foresight. Don't know. Thank God I did that though. Of course I did not accept. But number one, why do we do this? Why do we have to ruin things for people? Why? Because I think I'm speaking for myself and also the other female creators that have pages like mine. And I say that the vibe I am giving off right now explaining this sounds like it's some like suggestive page. No. I will be the first to tell you if I had that kind of page as a I don't know that I can say that on here. Just looking forward to the future. As someone who has done work in that industry but not on the internet, if you get what I mean, I would not be ashamed if it was that kind of page. However, it's not. But because I'm an anonymous female, it draws in weirdos, and why are we like this? Why? I speak for myself and other females when I say, number one, it makes us uncomfortable. Please don't do it. And number two, I guess I just don't understand why we as humans can't leave things alone. I understand that our brain needs needs to know things, or else we have all these questions and they need answered and blah blah blah. But like, okay, there's a reason why they're not posting their face. Okay, there's a reason they're going by a fake name. Okay, there's reasons for everything. Why do we have to ruin it? That's all. Just why do we have to do the things that we do? If anybody, I'm gonna get into that in a second of how he found, how I think he found, because there's lots of gray area there. There is beauty in anonymity. Why can we not leave it alone? If any of you like want to weigh in as a different perspective, because obviously my opinion is this, like this is how my brain works. If any of you see it a different way, like feel free, like let me walk in your shoes for a second. Let me see it from a different point of view. But like, the only thing I can think of is I did screw up a little bit. And like I said, I support small musicians. Yeah, well, one of my friends is a very small musician, and when he started his music page, I wanted to show my support. So not only did I follow him on my personal, oh no baby, I also followed him on that account. And then there was the one time where I was in my tattoo artist's office or chair in their building getting a tattoo, and we were talking about a tattoo she had just done, and I pulled it up on Instagram. Listen, I didn't think about what account I was on when I was like, oh, I don't follow her, that's weird, let me follow. Turns out I follow her on both now because I screwed up. Those two people are literally the only thing that linked both my accounts, because they're not under same phone numbers, nor did that guy have my phone number. They're not under the same email. Like, nothing on those two like line up to where somebody would be able to find me without doing the dig, like actually digging, like actually being a detective. Which begs my question of, like, why do we have the energy to be out here being detectives on the internet, especially small creators? Like, what are we trying to dig up? I don't understand. Sometimes I'd be watching YouTube. I don't watch the news or television, but sometimes I'd be watching YouTube, and the things that fans of these creators dig up from their past, I'm sorry, you went and found that person's mom's sister's husband just to find a photo that he posted of that creator 10 million moons ago when they were wearing an offensive t-shirt? What do you mean? Why are we like this? I get it, it's the internet. That's going to be the answer. Why are we like this? Because it's the internet. But why? Why has this become what this is? Why are we like this? Why can't we be normal? Normal is a setting on a washing machine. Okay, Ashley. Anyways, those are really the only two things weighing heavy on my brain and heart today. I had a lot of opinions yesterday, but do I forget them? Yes. Honestly, don't be surprised in future episodes where I literally grab my iPad and I go through my own, it's off right now. I go through my own Twitter to be like, oh yes, I tweeted about this. I was thinking about this. Let's talk about this. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Then some days there might be stuff where it's like, oh, I really need to get this out. Let me go to YouTube and spit it. It's gonna kind of be all over the place. But feel free to join us. Feel free to give topics. That's for later, okay? Actually, because, well, you know what? If you have topics and you would like to talk about something, DM me on Twitter, because I'm still looking for somebody to start this podcast. So if you have opinions and you have ideas and you have whatever, come join me. Let's start a podcast. Now, I will be honest in saying that I would like my podcast partner to be male. just because I think there's something so magical about a female's point of view and a male's point of view being spoken on the same topic. I think that that's magical. So, like, I have a friend that I was like, I think you'd be perfect for this. Please do an internet podcast with me. Anyways, but I'm up to internet strangers being on this internet like, let's do it. My microphone is coming. It's purple. It's beautiful. Let's do it. But anyways, let me tone it down because that's really all I got this week, or today. I don't know how often this is gonna be, but thank you for taking the time out of your day. And if you made it this long, holy I love you, actually. But thank you for joining my talk therapy. I hope you got something out of this. I got to get this off my chest, so I hope it was beneficial for the both of us. And I will see you in the next episode.